you know, compared to Jersey, Jersey is a really light burn. It's usually like one lap, one on the repeat. You know, you have let's take a look at one of theirs. Or like on a Jersey. You know, you're looking at like one repeat, velocity is set, but you know, the main thing is the repeat is on one for Jersey.
Right.
It's really light. It just goes around once. It burns it very cleanly. Now this Ezra fabric, I don't know what you guys call this, woolly or whatever you want to call it. You know, right now I have this set on mine is, if you look, it's at 4 repeats.
Okay.
So the laser, you're going to repeat the laser around.
4.
And you know, the problem with cutting this, and your settings are going to be a little different over in Pakistan. Your settings, because we talked about the climate, the humidity. Your machine, your laser is a lot more powerful than this laser. They always kind of change, so it's going to be up to you guys to kind of, you know, record what's going to give you your best cut. But the good thing about it is you're going to use this tin foil, unless you think you can get it somehow to cut without burning the garment. That's the problem.
No, I spoke with them. They said the tin will be the right thing.
Yeah. So, and the other thing is, we just get this from like a local dollar store. You guys might want to get industrial. You might want to get like a cheap. It doesn't need to be like really expensive. Feel how thin that is. You know. Just a very basic foil.
Yeah, actually we'll get some small sample of it, so I'm going to send them the foil.
Okay, great. And what we'll do is, so you want to keep it kind of flat, nice and clean. You know, obviously you don't want it rolling and getting kind of messed up, but you're looking just for like, you know, about the same size. About the same size estimate. What I like to do is just kind of get a nice cut. Then we're on the machine. Your normal 2.5 down, or I'm sorry, 1.5 inch on a. It's going to be going on the women's hoodie or the women's crew. I will get you these specifications on the cut sheets like I always send you before. You'll have one for the AC 100 and the AC 150, which is the Academy hoodie and Academy crew. Okay. Okay. So once you have your needle, you're set down. What I like to do is I like to kind of have it right on top of each other. All right. Now the other thing is with this material, design and development, they want this fabrication kind of moving in a certain direction. Okay. So the way it was explained to me was that if you're looking at this, it's like it's going up and down.
Right.
This material. So if you kind of use it like that, when you put it on the actual applique, you can kind of see this moving side to side.
They want this to be vertical.
The back to be vertical and front to be horizontal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when this is, this is the good side. It's going to be facing up.
The loop side.
Okay. The loop side. Correct.
But
all right.
In the back, vertical up and down doesn't matter. As long as it is vertical, the back, it's good. Exactly. It doesn't matter whether it's like this or like this. It just doesn't have to be like that.
Exactly. Exactly. It doesn't matter if it's 180 either way, right? Okay. Again, I like to just kind of throw it right on the foil. Keep it nice and flat. I like to kind of bring it in from the top. And then if you just kind of lay it nice and flat on the machine, that's really it. You know, you want to make sure anything's kind of rolling underneath each other.
Right.
Now, how this works too is this tack down stitch is only going to go around once, but you'll notice it's really tight. It's only 1 millimeter apart. So that's going to work as a perforation for the foil, so you can pull it out before you do the finished stitches. Okay, so we'll run that real quick. You want to do a trace just to make sure we're fitting in the hoop. We're looking at needle number 14, make sure that clears. Just gotta trace the area where it's gonna sew. Now it's including the offset, so don't get freaked out by that. All right, so we're good to go. We'll hit start on there. The thread we're going to use is called Beige Delight. There that go. Upside down. Beige Delight. Sorry about that. I just pulled on it too hard.
जर्जर की नीचे वाली जो ये फैब्रिक होता है वो जब ऊपर से पट्टी के नीचे वाली भी साथ बॉल प्रोटेक्ट करता है बर्न मारता है
So you can see it's a really tight stitch, and then when you burn it, you can pick the foil. You want to pick the foil out before you run the finish stitch, so that it's not sewing over it. But you can kind of pull towards it. You'll see when after we laser it, it comes out pretty easily.
So you're going to take the foil off first before you laser?
No.
You take the running stick.
We're gonna laser first, then pick the foil. Yeah. So here we're good to go. After this hole, it's gonna come out. I mean, it's a pretty quick run. All right. So now here we're gonna back up.
So then step back a bit.
It's actually over here.
Laser will not work. It has a sensor.
It's gonna go around 4 times. You better have a fire extinguisher nearby. You never know. It's catching on fire, but don't get too worried about it. It's supposed to do that. But I would definitely have an extinguisher nearby. Okay, so now you can see this is pulls off. It's still a little rough. I probably could have cranked up my laser a little bit. Laser might be a little tired or needs to be cleaned. Sometimes you need to adjust these things. So I would like it to come out a little easier than that. This is coming out a little messy, but you can see. And the other thing is why you use the foil too is you don't want to be jabbing and grabbing this stuff, because then when you're pulling on this, everything's getting all screwed up and registration becomes a problem. You know, so it's up to you to kind of gauge your laser. Like I would probably take my velocity and bring it down maybe 5 points.
Okay.
To slow the laser down a little bit.
You
Okay.
have to do some trials.
Yeah,
Yes, we'll have
exactly.
to do some
But you
trials.
might, even within a job, sometimes you might just need to, you know, the
To
machine-
set
it's
up
a little.
velocity and repeat.
Yeah. So now that have the everything's picked out. Now you want to kind of pull the foil, and what I do is, like I said, there's a perforation stitch. So if you kind of pull towards it, it'll kind of come out like nice. Sometimes you can get it all in one shot. You pull towards it. Here again, like just kind of pull towards. You know, the object is not to have like little things like that. It's kind of a pain in the ass to dig them out. But that's it. It's pretty easy. And then you just run the finish stitch. Goes back in. But the easier you can pull off the material, the better registration you're gonna get. You know, if you're yanking on this thing and it's not burning hard enough, you're kind of pulling on it, then you're moving, you're messing with the backing, you're messing with it's called flagging. It's like your shirt's kind of flagging now, and stitches aren't gonna line up in the right spot. So, and then also the cleaner you get it, the less you're gonna have to trim out all this shit, all that hair. That's it. And it's just doing now the finish stitch.
This is also an instant.
This isn't a run. This is just the underlay, and then it's gonna go back. It's gonna start doing the zigzag.
Oh, it's just a zigzag stitch?
Yeah, satin stitch. And again, the cleaner you can get it, right now I'm gonna have to trim this thing. I'm gonna have to use masking tape. I'm gonna have to clean it up. It's gonna be a little bit of post-production. But the thing about the foil, which is an advantage, is you can really crank up the burn. Right. You're not worried about scorching the garment. Right. Because of that foil barrier, the laser can't go through it. Right. So thicker materials. This is when I was over there with you guys, and we were trying to do some experiments, and he had us cutting some really thick materials like leather or felt. There's materials that are sort of inconsistent. Right. You look at them in the light and they're knit really tight in certain areas, and other areas they're really light. That laser is going to have a really rough time burning through those thick areas, but then the short areas is going to burn really hard, so you're going to end up burning the garment. So that's why you use the foil. It's a pain in the ass. Nobody likes to do it. Nobody likes to feel it. There might be a way where we can maybe pop a hole in it and grab it out.